between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap and again to Edwards-Helaire. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 69 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And 2020 was another excellent season for number 8. Wasn't able to repeat the numbers from his MVP campaign of 2019, but bigger than that, got his elusive first playoff win. And he and the team hope that bodes well for them as they try to move forward in 2021. But let's face it, the numbers were still pretty darn good. 27 touchdown passes, another 1,000 yards on the ground, and 7 scores rushing. This young man continues to be elusive and continues to improve.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews, that many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
They go play action now. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 3 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
And Sammy Watkins is in his 8th NFL season, spent the last 3 in Kansas City, and won a Super Bowl there. Really excited about the opportunity to bond with quarterback Lamar Jackson. Makes a nice catch there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. We're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Sammy Watkins, of course, played for these Chiefs the last 3 years, part of the championship team, Super Bowl 54 against the 49ers. Had some problems staying on the field, but when he did, he was productive. And the Ravens know that a healthy Sammy Watkins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. was a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive for 4 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and would you also have to guard against it.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Pringle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and just a couple of inches. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
They go play action with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Brown with his stick skills. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, battled at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot: stay the course. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. This Ravens offense heads back out there led by Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels, because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. From the 36, Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's going deep for Brown. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football. And it'll bring up third down. On third down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes now on first down. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. On first down, Mahomes locates Hardman for another catch. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he is out of bounds. Midfield. So we've reached half due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And Marquise Brown is definitely a guy who can take the top off of the defense and make the big catches downfield. Also known as Hollywood. Now in his 3rd season from Oklahoma, wants to make more catches like the one we just saw there, the routine variety.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Jackson now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Mahomes now on first down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Now, Charles, we take a peek there at the recent draft class, and it's definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Patrick Queen able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Third and 2, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Big hole up the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins was over 2,000 yards in their final season in college. They went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A good rookie season for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU. Wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Mahomes to throw once more. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, he'll step aside. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 48 yards. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Raven
Ravens touchdown.
Gus Edwards
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
and the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Finding Kelsey.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Mahomes.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed in a tight. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're